And my first time to Afghanistan, we ended up getting into a firefight, and I caught an AK-47 round through my helmet and through my head. What's funny is I'm an EOD tech, so explosives were my thing. So we all figured, I'll get blown up before I get shot. And sure enough, I end up the guy that gets shot. Bar none, the scariest thing I've ever done is wake up in that hospital. I couldn't move, I couldn't find anybody, I didn't know where I was. So it's really awful. I spent a few months in Bethesda, Maryland. And then from there, I went to Palo Alto, California, where I learned to talk again, I learned to walk again. So the last thing I needed was another horror story on top of that. I'm working on happy endings now. Well, I have a son from a previous marriage, and she clicked so well with him, it seemed very obvious to me to eventually pop the question.
I think you like me too, though. Family is huge for me because I grew up with my siblings. I wanted our kids to grow up with their cousins, and so we're 2 streets away from my sister.
It's a really quiet neighborhood. We're on a dead-end street, so we don't get much drive-through traffic, and the neighbors here are great and perfect.
You picture your family gathering around the table, eating, and it just, when we do that, it feels perfect.
The shower already had little stools in it and places to sit down in there. Obviously, I have I have a hard time in the shower. So it sounds silly, but that's one of my favorite things about here. From when I got my estimate to finding the home, deciding to purchase it, to closing, it was all a super smooth process with Joe at Chase.
And we had heard that usually when you do a VA loan, it can be a bit tricky, messy, take a while. He was really on the ball.
Yeah, it was perfect. If I ever buy a new home, it'll be through Chase again.